meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Cell transport requires energy. Active transport in osmosis does not require energy, that is passive transport.
Hello. Hey. Yeah, I got pardon.
Means of transport, diffusion is very important here. The diffusion of molecules through xylem and phloem. Stomata. The stomata in the leaf, stoma, the pore in the leaf. So, my dear friends, facilitated diffusion, as pointed out earlier, a gradient must already be present for diffusion to occur. The diffusion rate depends on the size of the substances. Obviously, smaller substances diffuse faster. The diffusion of any substance across a membrane also depends on its solubility in lipids, the major constraint of the membrane. They do not set up concentration gradient. A concentration gradient must already be present for molecules to diffuse, even if facilitated by proteins. This process is called facilitated diffusion. This is the facilitated diffusion. Outer side of the cell membrane, and this is the transport protein, transport molecule, inner side of the cell. See, my dear, passive transport and antipodes, some carrier or transport proteins allow diffusion only if two types of molecules move together. And this is transportation in plants. Active transport uses energy to transport and pump molecules against a concentration gradient. Active transport is carried out by specific membrane proteins. Hence, different proteins in the membrane play a major role in both active as well as in passive transport. So, friends, transportation consists of active transport and passive transport. Pumps are proteins that use energy to carry some substances across the cell membrane. These pumps can transport substances from a low concentration to a high concentration. So, here is important. Uphill transport. Transport rate reaches a maximum when all the protein transporters are being used or saturated. Like enzymes, the carrier protein is very specific in what it carries across the membrane. These proteins are sensitive to inhibitors that react with protein side chains. So here this is plasmolysed water outside the membrane. Here flaccid water outside the membrane, and it is turgid water inside, enter into the membrane by. So here another important thing, symplast and apoplast. So this is the root system, plasma and the plasma membrane, epidermis, outermost layer of the root, cortex, then epidermis, then pericycle, which is nothing but xylem, the tissue. So, this is very important, transport in plants.